Hello, welcome back to the Black Tea Show with episode 2 with your host, the indomitable, the courageous, the amazing. Nah, I'm playing. It's this hero. And before we begin, let's do a mind game real quick. Let's imagine this. Imagine this. Close your eyes, all right? Imagine it's January the 1st, 1804. You're in a small town, which is really, really insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but this is a special day. It's a crowd of hundreds of thousands of people, some clothed, some half naked, some wearing an old army uniform, some with their bayonet right next to them, some with machetes, men, women, children, all under this hot sun. And before you is this man, this great man, this dark man, known as the Black Tiger. And he says something. He says that we are now a free people. This is what happened on that holiday on January 1st, 1804 in Haiti, by who would later become the emperor of that little island nation of Haiti, Jean-Jacques Dessalines. In that moment was a culmination of 13 years of long, hard battle. Hundreds of thousands lost. Many forever scarred. Many missing limbs. In this moment was the creation of something that we would today call Pan-Africanism. In this moment of when before Dessalines were all these fighters, again, children included, men, women, everyone, the old, the lame, again, some missing limbs, all these people were in this moment one people, those of different religions. Some there were Christian, some there practiced voodoo, some there were even Muslim. And all these different, about dozen or so documented tribes, if you look at, what history tells us, they're there from the Congo, some people of the Areda people, some of the Hosa, the Ewe, the Yoruba, the Igbo, the Dahomey, the Bara people. All these people, all these tribes, and yet in that moment, side by side next to those who were island-born Africans, those who were mixed, those who had been born into wealth as free people, those who were born into poverty as free people. All these people were united by one thing in that moment, and that was their shared African heritage. And it was in that sense, as all these people stood there looking around and hearing these words from Dessalines, that it was over. That battle, that struggle for freedom was over. There are free people now. This is the essence of Pan-Africanism, if you think about it. These Africans there, standing there, they had put aside the cultural and ideological differences in order to do the impossible. And upon creating that nation for themselves and later forming a government, Haiti would cement this idea, this thinking, into words. It's said that Jean-Jacques Dessalines contributed this part of the Constitution himself, of the 1805 Constitution of Haiti, in Article 14, when he would say, and I'm reading this now, word for word, he would say, all meaning of color among the children of one and the same family, of whom the chief magistrate is the father, being necessarily to cease, the Haitians shall henceforth be known by the generic appellation of blacks. And in some translations, it says by the generic appellation of Africans. That's what the Constitution said. Everyone there, everyone in that island, everyone that bore citizenship was a Black African. Not only did this article attempt to erase racial, previous racial distinctions between, dark-skinned Haitians, light-skinned Haitians, mixed, quadroon, the occasional white ones, attempted to undermine all these things. The previous national loyalties that these people had to their tribes back in Africa, any linguistic, ties they had, any color differences, attempted to erase all of this stuff and create this new nation of Haiti. This new Black, you could say, encompassed the various ethnic groups that were involved in that struggle to fight to gain freedom, to gain not just equality, but justice. In that fight, in that later victory against adversity, a new black had been created, something that had never happened before. No longer were these people individual tribesmen. No longer are these people individuals. These people were now family. These people are all one now. And it's creating of a new black. Haiti acknowledges itself as the sole physical embodiment of this idea of a new black. Because in that moment, standing there on January the 1st of 1804, as you look around, it dawned on all these people there, all those people there, that this Haiti, that this new Africa, this new black, there was no one else there. It was just them. No one else was there for them. There was no one to trade with. There was no one to have diplomatic ties with. These people couldn't even go back home to Africa. Even Africa itself, that great wondrous place, was at the time colonized. And in that moment, they found themselves alone in a sense, but also together. In other words, you could say this constitution was a celebration of Haiti's identity as this new black African country. And this, Haiti had for the first time in history put into words, into writing, and had created this idea of a single black consciousness, an idea of a consciousness that would later become the basis for Pan-Africanism, a single black consciousness that would later permeate across the diasporic world. This idea of togetherness, this idea of if you're black, we're all in this together. This idea of if you're black, we know each other. This idea of the solemn nod that we give each other in public. You know the one. And by doing this, Haiti also attempted to do something else. Because if you notice in that Article 14, there was something missing. Any mention of whiteness. There was none of it. There's no mention of whiteness. No mention of Europeans. No mention of those that had fought. No mention of that thing which held them apart. No. This thing took that moment, took that time to affirm what they are at that moment. Family. Black. African. Haitian. Matter of fact, this idea of Pan-Africanism, of cultural Pan-Africanism, of national Pan-Africanism, took hold in such a way that if you go to Haiti now and you listen to what they and how they talk and how they speak, words that formerly used to be insults, matter of fact, words that are today in other countries and other colonies of the French are today insults, are in Haiti compliments. They're normal words, they're normalized words. For example, the old French word for a black person, for nigger, essentially. Yes, I used the hard R. That's what it meant. Neg. Negre in French. Neg. Today in the Haitian language, this word neg means a person. Everyone in Haiti is a neg. I'm a neg. Gene behind the camera is a neg. You watching is a neg. Even the occasional white Haitian, they're a neg. If you're Haitian, you are a neg. And in this way, the word became what Haiti was striving to do. They gave black people humanity like no other. And in that same token, a word that was previously used to puff their people's chest out, a word that used to be, used to carry such weight, so much prestige, blanc. The French word blanc in French, B-L-A-N-C. Today, that word is a synonym for foreigner, for a stranger, for someone that doesn't belong, a blanc. The word doesn't even pertain just to white people anymore. Even Haitians that go back to Haiti might have forgotten their languages or don't recognize people. They'll call them a blanc. A word that used to have so much meaning and so much prestige now is an insult for people that don't know who they are anymore, even among Haitians. So again, if we take ourselves back to that moment in time, that precious moment in time, when Dessalines said to those people before him, we won. We're an independent people. In that very moment, Pan-Africanism was born.